Good morning. Today let's read another story about an insect. Can you read that word? Ant. 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 Ant cities. All the ants. Ants are a very interesting insect, even though you don't want them at your picnic. So let's read about ants at ant cities. There they are. Have you seen ants busy running over a hill of dirt? They may look like they're just running around, but the ants built that hill to live in, and each ant has work to do. See, this is their ant hill, and they go in at the top. Looks like a little mini volcano, but it doesn't erupt except with ants. Some ants may disappear into a small hole in the hill. The hole is the door to their nest. Okay, so they go in the hole and go into the nest. Those are harvester ants. Their nest is made of lots of rooms and tunnels. These little insects made them all. Look at all the things going on underneath in the hill. All those little rooms and tunnels were made by the ants. Underneath the hill, there may be miles of tunnels and hundreds of rooms. The floors are worn smooth by thousands of ant feet. It's dark inside the nest, but the ant stays cozy. See? Miles. All those little paths and everything are for the ants. In the rooms of the nest, worker ants do many different kinds of work. It's like a city, a busy city of rooms. See the ants in there in the little rooms? Some ants have brought food to the ant city. These harvester ants like seeds. A worker ant cracks the husk off of seeds. Another worker will take the husks outside to throw them away. The ants chew the seeds to get the juices out. Then they feed the juices to the other ants. Other workers store seeds for the ants to eat another time. Not all ants store food, but harvester ants do. All right, so if you look real close at this picture, see the seeds? So some of the ants crack them open. These are the ants that bring them in. These ants crack them open. These ants take the garbage out. And these ants save the seeds for later. So they all have jobs to do, just like in a community. Oh, look at this. In one room of the nest, a queen ant lays eggs. Workers carry the eggs away to other rooms to take care of them. Each ant city has to have at least one queen. Without a queen, there would be no ant city. All the other ants in the ant city grow from the eggs the queen lays. All right, so this is the queen. See how big she is? That's the queen. She lays the eggs, and then the workers take them away. Now, you know how small an ant is, so imagine how small their eggs must be. They must be really tiny. At first, the tiny eggs grow into larvae. The worker ants feed the larvae and lick them clean, so they will grow well. The larvae grow into pupa. The workers keep grooming the pupa until they grow into adults. Okay? Those are the pupa. This is with the eggs, and they have the pupa. We're going to learn about butterflies that do that too. The queen lays thousands and thousands. Wow, that's a lot of eggs. The queen lays thousands and thousands of eggs. Most of the eggs grow into worker ants. There may be only one queen ant in the ant city, but there can be thousands of workers. All right. This is the queen. And then this is the worker ant. And look at this one. What does he have? Like a bird, he has wings. New queens. New queens have wings. They use them to fly away to try to start new ant cities. Their wings will drop off, and then the queen lays eggs. Males don't live in the nest for long. Oh, yeah. They fly away with the new queens to mate. Then they die. Okay, so some ants can fly. But the queen's ants, then they fall off the wings. All right, there's the ant city and all the different rooms with all the different things going on. See the eggs up there? If you has a lot of things going on. The queen doesn't tell the workers what to do, but the workers are busy. Each ant has work to do. Ants work together to keep the whole ant city alive. So when you see an ant city like that, don't step on it, because that's their home. And all those things are going on inside that city. You wouldn't think ants would have so much going on, but they really do. There's the workers. Workers make the nest bigger by digging new rooms and tunnels. They use their feet to dig like tiny dogs. Workers pick up pieces of dirt in their jaws and beards and carry them outside. So that's how they make the tunnels. They pick up all those tiny pieces of dirt and go outside. If you ever sit and watch an ant hill, you could see all that going on. It's pretty interesting. Dirt from the digging is what makes the anthill. Ants are great diggers and builders. Imagine all the tiny pieces of dirt it takes to build a hill 2 feet high. Wow, that's a big one. We don't have anthills that big around here. Out around the harvester anthill, workers look for food. Harvester ants eat mostly seeds, but sometimes they eat insects too. Ants can bite and sting other insects to capture them or to protect themselves. Be careful, because some kinds of ants can bite or sting you too. Harvester ants will bite or sting you if you disturb their nest. So you should just leave them alone and let them do their work. Ants use their antennae to help them find food. They touch and smell with their antennae. Okay, remember the antennae are the things sticking out of their head? We touch with our hands, they touch and feel with their antenna. And what did they find? A grasshopper. Wow, look at this. If one ant finds food, others follow. Soon there will be a lot of ants carrying away lunch. If one ant can't carry something, others may help. But each worker ant is strong. An ant can lift as much as 50 times its own weight. If people could lift like that, we could lift a car. If we were as strong as ants, we could lift a car. The workers carry the food back to the ant city. Ants share the food that they find. See, so they take it right back and they go right up into the ant city and share it. Ants eat many foods, but different kinds of ants like different foods. There are over 10,000 kinds of ants. Wow. Okay, look at all the different kinds of ants. What's that? Those ants are eating what? Yeah, an apple core. All those marching ants. All right, so some ants eat juices from the insects they kill. Some ants eat aphids. Remember, the ladybug ate aphids too? Carpenter ants like to eat juices from insects and plants. Let's see, leaf-cutting ants make underground gardens with the leaves they cut, and they grow mushrooms for... Oh, wow. How interesting. Army ants travel in large groups like armies. They devour a huge number of insects, including termites. These are the army ants down here marching in a row. The different kinds of ants have found many ways to make their cities, so they can live in many kinds of places. Janitor ants make their nests in hollowed-out tree twigs. The soldier janitor ant, a kind of worker ant, has a big plug-shaped head it can use for a door. That's weird. Oh, see? That's his head, and he blocks the hole so other ants can't get in. That's pretty interesting. Many kinds of insects make hills or mounds. If you haven't seen harvester ant hills, maybe you've seen the round top hills that formica ants make. Sometimes they cover their hills with thatch. All right, so if you see a big hill, it's probably an ant hill. I'm not a big hill, a little hill. They're not very big. Or you may have seen pavement ants. They can live under the sidewalk. You ever see ants on the sidewalk? I know I have. They call them pavement ants. Pavement ants are tiny ants, half an inch long. Harvester ants are about 1/4 of an inch long. Some ants are as big as 2 inches long. Some ants can be that long. Ooh, glad they don't live around here. Or carpenter ants who build their nests in rotting wood. So if you have an old rotting log, sometimes ants live in there. There are small ant cities with just a few ants. There are big ant cities with many, many ants. Ants have been found at the tops of the highest buildings and on ships at sea. Ants can make their cities almost anywhere. Look around and you'll probably find an ant city busy with ants. All right, so no matter where you are, they probably have ants. Oh, look, it tells you how you can make an ant city of your own. So maybe we can make that when we get back to school. You can put dirt in a jar and add some ants and they'll begin to make a city. I have one of these ant cities at school. We'll have to check it out when we get back to school. All right, so now you know a little bit more about ants and how interesting their lives are. Have a great day.